a long time coming. A lot of people put in a lot of efforts to this, so welcome, and here we go.
Thank you, Mayor. My name is Mark Goldberg, and I started Quartzsite Off-Road back in 2016, and it's been going great since then. And what I have to say about today is, oh, happy day. Been a long time coming. A lot of people helped us, and great project. I'd like to acknowledge our guests today.
Way to go, Linda.
I'd like to acknowledge Penny Pugh from Congressman Gofsar's office. To the back Vice Mayor Loretta Warner. Other councilmen with us today, Carrie Almond, Star Bearcat, my other half, Linda Goldberg, Town Manager Jim Ferguson, Clay Romo, Chief of Police, representing the La Paz County Board of Supervisors, Deuce Minor, Holly Irwin. We'll talk a little bit more later about Holly. She's been a great advocate of this project. Sheriff representing Will Ponce, Commander Larry Irwin. And from Arizona State Parks and Trails, who basically were the major funding base for this and were a tremendous assistance in this, Mickey Rogers, and his assistant Matt Eberhardt. Our contractor, Mike Merrill. From the town, Cliff O'Neill, who administered the grant for us. Emmett Brinkerhoff, Public Works, that oversaw all the construction, and the town put in a lot of the underground utilities with this. From the off-road community, I want to introduce Doug Ross, who's been instrumental in this from the outset. J.C. Sanders, who isn't here with us, but he's the father of the Peace Trail, and in many ways the father of this facility as well. And Ron Riff, also of the Peace Trail, and the Bouse Ghost Riders. Representing Arizona Game and Fish, Ryan Stasky. And for the Paz Regional Tourism Team, Melissa Newton from Parker. And Julie Riff from Bouse.
Rip. I miss it, Rip.
Welcome all. I'm sure there's plenty of other dignitaries here and plenty of other people that certainly are deeply involved in off-road, and we welcome you all. Talk a little bit about this project. The goal of this project is to be a secure overnight parking for vehicles and trailers. You can see the one on the end here. That's the idea. It's not an overnight park. It's not an RV park. It's strictly for the parking of off-road vehicles so that people can safely park their vehicles and go off-road. This particular site's 1.6 acres. It was a former well site. The features of it is we have 22 pull-through spaces, and they're very easy to pull through, plenty of room, and possibly even some parking along the borders if we got really crowded. The spaces are 15 feet wide and 54 feet long, so they'll accommodate a tow vehicle and a pretty good size trailer. So plenty of room. We have the dual handicap restrooms. On the back side, there's a utility room with washer and dryer hookups for the camp host. Then we have this picnic area, day use only. And if anybody's looking for a camp host job, this one's a real cream puff. The only duties here are you have to take down the license plates of the vehicles and the trailers as they come in and leave, just to keep track of them, and keep the restrooms clean and stocked, and just sweep the sidewalks on occasion. That's it. You got your own private yard. You got a view of the desert. You got a space big enough for 4 RVs, full hookups, 50 amp service, water, all utilities paid. So if anybody wants a cream puff job, that's the one to have, and they can apply at Town Hall. Not too many opportunities like that. So how'd this all come about? In 2017, The local club, the Arizona Sunriders, under Bruce Fuller, along with Doug Ross and J.C. Sanders and Ron Riff, came up with an idea for an off-road staging area because we had the Peace Trail that was starting to get active, 675-mile loop trail through all 3 counties on the west coast here. Great trail attracting people from all over the world, but there's no place to stage. So that's the purpose of this. We had the idea, well, we need to do this, and we started out with a site down off of Riggles Road because the Peace Trail originally came up there. And we submitted that to BLM in 2017. They asked me to get involved to actually draw the plan and help go through the process with them. And so I drew up a plan, we took it to BLM. In 2018, we had a second meeting with BLM. They decided they wanted to use a different procedure. And at that time, Holly Irwin joined us with some of her staff to again help us go through the process with BLM. And then in 2019, we had our third meeting with BLM. So from 2017 to 2019, we're just wading through getting approval. And Aaron King, the new manager in Yuma, came on board about that time. And I think we met with him either the day he came to work or the day after he met with us. Great guy, and kind of a guy that's interested in getting things done. It was phenomenal. Within 33 days, we had signed approval of the site. And we had reviewed 3 sites, that one, this one, and one up the road, landed on this one. And then by mid-2019, the council authorized me to file a grant with the State Parks and Trails to pay for this. And the state has a lot of money available for trail improvements and maintenance and other things related to trails. We got a UTV from them for off-road enforcement activities, $30,000 vehicle. And then the grant for this site originally was about $453,000 was the estimate. We worked with Dale Miller of Rick Engineering out of Phoenix to come up with the engineering plans and the cost estimates. After 4 months and 3 different boards at the state level, we were approved on November 4th, 2019 for $480,000 grant. Now, some of that money included work by the town. Our share in it was basically bringing in the underground utilities, that type of thing. And then the site appurtenances like the picnic tables and trash cans and other things around the site. So it was a joint effort of both, but obviously the state had the major role. The money comes from when you buy your tags for your UTVs and that kind of stuff, the money goes into funds, and those are the funds that are given back to us through grants, through State Parks and Trails. And there's opportunities to apply for all kinds of great grants, and they've been wonderful in terms of helping us shepherd us through the process and get it done. So the bottom line on this project today, it was originally not intended to be paved, but during the process they felt it would be better to pave it rather than having DG because it would be easier to maintain. There would be less chance of weeds and other issues, and then the course tires on the UTVs wouldn't tear up the surfaces easily. So it ended up being paved, which increased the cost, but State Parks worked with us to cover that cost as well. So they've been great to work with, and again, Mickey and Matt and their staff has been phenomenal to work with and has resulted in this great facility. So at this time, I'd like to call on Penny Pugh, Congressman Gosar's office. She has a presentation, and then we'll proceed with the ribbon cutting.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to be here on behalf of Congressman Gosar, who unfortunately is stuck in Washington, D.C. Too bad for him. Yeah. So it's my honor to be here, and I want to call the mayor up. Mayor Simpson, want to offer on behalf of Congressman Gosar a certificate of appreciation presented to town of Quartzsite for the off-highway vehicle staging area, which will benefit the citizens of Quartzsite and surrounding communities.
Thank you, Penny, and thank the Congressman.
We'll get in a minute, okay? Okay.
Okay, at this time I'd like to have the town council and town manager come up for the ribbon cutting.
Get in there, Star.
Get them all?
Three, two, one.
Hey!
Next, if I could have the off-road guys of Ron and Doug and the state people, Matt and Mickey, you guys would come up.
You're shaking me. Hold on a second. Hold on. You need to have somebody holding that or it won't. Everybody face this way.
Smile, Doug.
Smile.
You know what? Just one word about this. Again, there's no overnight stays here. If somebody wanted to stay overnight, stay in one of the local campgrounds, come in whenever they want in the morning, leave their rigs and go. And then, of course, they're safe because there's night lighting and people on site. It's first come, first serve. There's no reservation system planned at this time, so get here, take your space, and have at it. And again, no fees. So again, thank you for being here, and for those that were supporters of this and are off-roaders, thanks for being here, and thanks for supporting the off-road community. And you're welcome to some refreshments and some donuts over here. And again, thanks for coming.